Okay, well, I am feeling brave, so I've decided to go plunging deep into the depths of human stupidity. There are certain issues where I find that people arguing for a certain side have, never have anything intelligent to say. You know, I mean, most issues are just sort of a kind of an exchange of consideration, okay, um, if we do this, it will help one group, not, might endanger another group, might be harmful a little bit, maybe we're not all real sure. And so a lot of times people, either everyone has a lot of fucking propaganda, or maybe everyone has some valid ideas, and you just have to weigh it all out. But every now and then, there are issues will arise where it seems like people have just absolutely nothing intelligent to say. And that's where we are today. Gay hating. So we're going to meet some people who hate on gay people. All right, and the first guy we're going to meet is the religious guy. Homosexuality is an abomination to God. I know because the Bible tells me so. In Leviticus it says that mankind shall not lie with mankind the way that mankind lie with womankind. What about all the other shit that says in Leviticus that we don't live by today? Well, those rules were true for that time and that place. The blood of Jesus Christ has spared us from having to worry about it. So they're really rules that matter, or they're not, or no, not really, no, I guess. But this one does. Yep. And how do you tell the difference? In Leviticus it says that mankind shall not lie with mankind the way that mankind lie with womankind. Okay, I think we can move on from religious guy. So, okay, I want you guys to understand something here. There's this big misconception that that the anti-homosexual movement is all about religion. Oh, that's such a small part of it. It's about religion at all. It's about science too. So let's meet the biologist. Homosexuality just goes against biology. That's my problem with it. It just goes against biology. You can believe in all the mainstream media's homosexual propaganda. I will believe in biology. One problem with the internet is you're never really sure how many papers this guy's actually published. But okay, so what exactly do you mean it's against biology? Well, I don't believe that two men can produce a child. A man and a woman produce a child. Two men can't do it. It's against biology. That's true. It would be going against biology for two men to try to produce a child. So if two men were having sex with each other and that's what they believed that they were doing was producing a child, they would definitely be out of step with biology. I was unaware that this standard applied even if that wasn't your objective. If you just wanted to have sex for the hell of it, it's like, oh, look at this. Why? It's a pencil. Why? There's no way that this pencil can lead to human reproduction. Therefore, this pencil is going against biology. And look here. Why, it's a piece of plastic. This isn't going to lead to reproduction. Why, this piece of plastic is against biology. Then there's another scientist, the zoologist. Yeah, well, I'm sure people now are accepting this homosexuality. Sure, the next thing they'll be accepting is bestiality and pedophilia. Pedophilia. There's going to be pedophiles everywhere. People will be walking around in public filing their toenails. No, not the other kind of pedophile, the bad kind, yeah. And bestiality. You're already seeing it in popular culture. I mean, have you heard that song? I want to fuck you like an animal. Why does he want to fuck an animal? Why is that resonating with people, you see? And why is this equivalent to homosexuality? Well, because yep, today people are accepting homosexuality. Next thing they'll be accepting is bestiality and pedophilia. There's also a lot of just sort of general humanitarian opposition to homosexuality. Don't you realize that if everybody was gay, the world would cease to exist? There wouldn't be, well, the world wouldn't cease to exist, but people would cease to exist if everybody was gay, you friggin' geniuses. God, you're so smart. You really thought this one through. Because that's the standard to apply when judging an activity. Pretend everybody's doing it. You want to be a dentist? Yeah, don't you realize if everyone was a dentist that there'd be no garbage men and the trash would just overflow? It's like, yeah, it's going to be real helpful to have, a world filled with 7 billion dentists. Do you want that? Is that what you want? Well then, why would you do something if you don't want the exact same thing to be done by every person on Earth? And besides, even if, let's say that somehow everybody on Earth really did become gay, like all the guys started wanting dick, you realize that'd be the end of the species. I mean, that'd automatically be the end of our species. We would never be able to figure out a way to continue to reproduce. It would be beyond our minds to do that. Yep, a world full of gay people is doomed to extinction because we could not conceive of a way, pardon the pun, to separate pregnancy from sexual intimacy. I mean, we just couldn't do it. It would be impossible. And then there's the person who's like, yeah, well, I bet you're glad that you had a mom and a dad. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have 2 parents of different genders. I'm never quite sure exactly how far they're trying to take this argument. It's like, my mom had 7, I was the 17th child that my parents had. Yeah, well then that means you're logically obligated to have 17 children. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't be here if your mom had stopped before that. So therefore, you must have an ethical obligation to have that many children. Then there's the person who's all about nature, the nature lover. Problem with homosexuality is it's just not natural. It's just not natural for two men to do this. Oh God, it's just an act that's against nature. Now, just for the cameras here, what exactly do you mean when you say natural? Well, natural's like a man and a woman. That's natural. What about outside just saying the context of sexuality, just sort of in general? What does that mean? Natural. Like how do you know if an activity is natural? Like, is driving a car natural? Well, you see, and what about like I don't know, air conditioning and cooked food and shelter, clothing? Those things natural. Well, you see, nature, it's a funny thing. The way nature works, well, I'll tell you right now. Let me tell you something. I don't know if that stuff you're talking about's natural, but let me tell you something right now. By golly darn, a guy getting another guy in the rear. I'll tell you something. I know that ain't natural. And then one more question. Why does it matter whether or not something's natural? Like if it was something I wanted to do, like why would it give me pause if it wasn't natural? Homosexuality is just not natural. It just goes against nature. And then there's the normal guy. Homosexuality is not normal. It's not normal. They're trying to get this perverse lifestyle to people to think that it's normal, and it's just not normal to be in a homosexual relationship. And the most important thing in any activity in life is normality. Normality is the greatest source of reward that any human being can know. Take any historical event that was really, really great, and you will see that what made it really great was the normality. The person who drove the first car. What made driving the first car so great? Well, it was because he was being normal. Everybody else was out driving their car too at the exact same time. And again, just real quickly, why does it matter if something's normal or not? Like, why would I care if there was something I really wanted to do? Whether or not something was normal, give me pause. Homosexuality is just not normal. It's just not normal. It's just not normal. That's all. And then there's yuck factor guy. It's just nasty. It's just nasty. It's just disgusting and vile what those homosexuals do. God, it's just so nasty. How can somebody look at that and just think it's okay? God, it's so nasty. Jeez. I mean, the way that you can know how ethical an activity is by whether it triggers disgust in you. I mean, that's why something like washing your feet when they're dirty and sweaty, and that's why something like that, is unethical because it's nasty, or surgery. It's just nasty, so it's unethical. And I mean things like two two heterosexual people being together, that could never be nasty. That's how we know it's okay. I mean, you couldn't find a man and a woman who I would want to watch have sex. Any two you pick, I would find it appealing to the stomach to watch them copulate. But I don't want you to get the impression that everyone who's against homosexuality dislikes gay people. No, it's not like that at all. There are plenty of people who don't have a problem with gay people at all. Like this guy. Like this is kind of a different version of religious guy. I don't have a problem with gay people. It's the sin that I have a problem with. The sin of their homosexuality that I have a problem with. I love the sinner. Oh, I love them, yes. I just worship a God who, for reasons that he can't quite explain, chooses to condemn them. That's all. I mean, this God chooses to condemn people for doing something completely harmless in which they find vastly rewarding. And I am actually perfectly fine with this. And I'm totally willing to prostrate myself before this being so that he might exalt me and punish you. That's all. But see, I love you. Yeah, that's what love is. It's being perfectly fine with the thought of you being tortured. Or there's the person who's like, it's not that I don't like, it's not homosexuality, it's not that I have a problem with homosexuals. It's just that lifestyle. I just can't stand that lifestyle. It's just that abhorrent lifestyle. God damn. It's not the homosexuality. It's just that lifestyle. Ugh. And there's a person who's like, I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I just don't want them exposing children to that. Because it totally makes sense for me to have a problem with a child being exposed to something that I don't view as harmful. I mean, like, I don't have a problem with ham sandwiches, but I wouldn't want my child to eat one. I mean, I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense. Kind of sounds like I might actually have a problem with it. It may have really nothing to do with children. And there's the person who's like, I don't have a problem with gay people. I just don't like the way they have to advertise it all the time. God damn, it's like, I'll go to the park, and then there's I see 50 guys there with their girls, and then I see a guy with another guy, and I'm like, why is he advertising his sexuality like that, You don't see any of these guys here who are hugging and kissing on their girls advertising their sexuality. It's only this guy who's with another guy. I don't know why he applies that different standard to himself, And there's the guy who's like, I don't have a problem with homosexuality. I just get so fucking sick of hearing about it all the time. God damn, gay this. I don't care that you're gay. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn, just shut up about it already. I mean, just so sick of just hearing about it all the time. God damn. Oh. You have to understand my perspective, right? I'm admitting that I do not have a problem with people being gay, okay? So I admit there are gay people and that they should be treated just like everyone else. Okay. I'm admitting that if this were human history, that the way gay people were treated all the way up to right here where we are today, if this is us today, this was the beginning of time, all the way up to right out here, gay people were being horribly mistreated, okay? Not given the same freedoms and rights and privileges as others, okay? And I agree all of that was wrong. Okay? However, upon this being rectified, my primary response is anger about having to hear about it. I mean, like, if there were a country where, like, it was illegal to be gay, right? And the law was changed and it wasn't that way anymore, and there was an article with a link this big, my primary response is anger over the existence of the article. So I will click on the article and type in there, God damn, I'm so sick of hearing about this all the time. Just gay this, gay that. God damn it, just get over it. God damn. I don't have a problem with homosexuality. I just value my own sort of, my own little bubble of like not being inundated with something that might not be interesting to me, more so than the rights of gay people and the progress that they make. That's all. But I mean, I'm totally supportive. Then there's the person who's like, I don't have a problem with homosexuality. I just don't know why they have to. You know what? I just have a problem with just being forced on people. Just being forced on people. God damn. It's just okay. I mean, like, I don't have a problem with it. You want to be gay, fine, but just quit trying to force it on people. Just trying to force it. I just can't stand that. It's just being forced on people. So you have to understand my perspective here. I agree that you, as a gay person, should have the same rights as everyone else. I agree with you on that, okay? But if and I understand that, like, yeah, you're gonna, you probably would want those rights, and you're allowed to ask, but if you ask in a voice that's, like, louder than a whisper, then I'm gonna you're just gonna piss me the fuck off. You're supposed to sit there and wait patiently until we get to you. Don't you know the way this works? I mean, somebody who opposes your homosexuality, who, I'm admitting, would have no good reason for doing that, they might get offended. And my primary concern is their peace of mind. So you can see how supportive I am. Okay, so yeah, that's I think that's pretty much about all of them. So take care. Bye.